Hi, baby gorgeous. Welcome to Bravo and Blaze, where we're going to get lit off all the latest going on in the Bravo TV world. This is a safe and uncensored space to discuss our love for everything pop culture and 420 related. So grab your can of goodies and let's get lit. Raquel! Is anyone else having nightmares out there? I want to welcome you all to Bravo and Blaze with Jenny Blaze. Hopefully this isn't your first time, and hopefully you're not scarred from my little intro. Raquel! Last night was rough. But thank you for being here. Okay, today we're catching up on all things Scandoval. And today I'm going to share my screen on my iPhone. And we're going to scroll through all of my Instagram story highlights because that is where I've been documenting everything. So if you need to start from the beginning, it's on my Instagram story highlights. I have a Scandoval 1 through, I think we're on chapter 23 now. The next chapter is going to be 24, I think. This is never ending. We still got like the rest of the month to go. Are we going to go into June? I can't believe we're already at like mid-May. It's May 11th. All right, so after I share my IG stories, we're going to take a look at the never before scenes from last week's episode, season 10, episode 13, Lady and the Glamp. That just came out last night on Bravo. And last night's episode that aired is season 10, episode 14, There's Something About Her. And watch what happens live with Andy Cohen. We had guests Katie Maloney and the girl from Guardians of the Galaxy. And I feel really bad because I don't know her name off the top of my head right now. But I like her. And for some reason, when she started talking, I was not expecting her accent. I love it. But I was like, caught off guard a little bit. Anyways, okay, before I begin, hold on. I hope you guys can hear me because I think my kids came in and like messed with my controls and stuff. But all right, before I begin, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications so you can be reminded to join in on the interactive chat and see all the wonderful visuals for today's episode. I'm going to post this thumbnail. I had to take a break from Tom Sandoval being on the thumbnail, so we got Ariana and Katie today. Thank God. But if you turn on notifications, you'll be obviously notified when we go live. However, if you are a podcast listener, don't worry because all episodes are available on Spotify, Apple, Google Podcast, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, and wherever you get your podcasts, essentially. Subscribing, reviewing, sharing, liking, and or leaving a 5-star rating is incredibly appreciated and helps this show to continue to grow. Also, don't forget our social media handle is at Bravo and Blaze on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all those places, but I'm mostly on Instagram. It's my platform of choice. Just as a reminder, as a disclaimer to all, this is for entertainment purposes only. This is not your source for world news and facts. I am just documenting and sharing my emotional journey throughout Scandoval. And I have to say, I was not expecting this. I barely remember my BS life before Scandoval life. But since this is just for entertainment, I just want to make it very clear that although I'm expressing my frustration and opinions, that does not mean that we are in any way using this as a vehicle or a means to bully anyone. We do not condone any type of harm on anyone from this show. I'll just leave it at that. But we are here to unpack what we're witnessing and how we're all being psychologically abused by Tom Sandoval. But actually, I have a new revelation about Tom Sandoval, which might make everything feel easier for us. I'll get to that in a minute. But I want to remind everyone that at bravoandblaze.com, we have all sorts of fun Bravo-inspired merch, like my grandfather MFer mug. Oh my gosh. I need a little bit of water. But also, we have Scandoval merch because, like Lala said on her Give Them Lala podcast this week that I listened to, I haven't listened to every single one, but everyone was like, this is the one to listen to. So I went with my notebook in hand, Scandoval, for you to die. But you can get that. I also have a Team Ariana cropped hood, or not hoodie, cropped sweatshirt and some t-shirts. But then also we have some more stationery. I love stationery, and I think I know where it stems from now. I'm not going to put blame anywhere, but in Korea, they love stationery as well. They have like the cutest stationery stores that you can go to and just get the most fun like pens and stuff. This is like random. But anyways, go check out your Scandoval merch. Because I have little post-it, they're not post-it notes, they're little notepad things. I love a notepad, so I still have to get mine. But also, if you are an Amazon shopper, if you're like me, I like to use Amazon for my everyday thing, like things the commodity things, like just, I need this right now. And from that, I now have a storefront on Amazon where I've collected a bunch of different products that I've been using, that people have been recommending to me, that we've seen on the show, like the Galaxy projector. I know people are triggered by it, but other people like it. And if you want to get your own, you can go to my Scandoval Survival Kit on Amazon. All the links are in the show notes. Also, I want to mention, there we go, Scandoval Survival Kit. If you are not on Patreon, come on over. For $4.20, you can get bonus Scandoval content. I am deep diving and literally like combing through every scene, every word that's being said on all of Vanderpump Rules season 10. Go check out the first 2 episodes, but also I have some special lives for Patreon only as well. And if you are a content creator or are looking to maybe explore the content creation world, I'm giving all my behind the scenes of Bravo and Blaze on Patreon as well. This is where I give lessons I've learned from everything I've done on Bravo and Blaze, and where I have gone from completely nothing to building this brand, from live tweeting, making memes, merch, podcasting, reaching the top 100 charts in less than 4 months, interviewing Bravo Labs, other major, one would say celebrities, I guess, from major networks. And I've been featured on TMZ and Page 6. So I don't want to say we have collectively, Bravo and Blaze has. And I'm sharing all that information, all the behind the scenes on the content creation behind the scenes Patreon. Go check it out. Let's get to Vanderpump. Oh my gosh. All right, like I said, I'm going to share my screen. I'm going into my, hold on. I'm opening up my stories. We're starting on May 4th. This is last week. I already published my live stream, my podcast, and now we're continuing with life. So, Bywig Hello Drama, I always mention them, by the way. They're like in every episode of Bravo and Blaze. Tom Sandoval was on, what is this, the Lion Network, Fox 5 Washington, promoting his band and charity concert. He says, I am a human being who makes mistakes. Oh, one thing that he said in this, because it's kind of like, it's 2 minutes long. He said something about people always wanting to be vocal about who they hate. And I just want to say, I am just as vocal about those I love as I am about those I don't. Just saying. So he's so offensive, like just everything he says. All right, so Us Weekly also posted Pump Restaurant will be closing its doors on July 5th after 10 years of beautiful evenings under our olive trees, says Pandora Todd. I posted, I need more information on this. There's a lot of conflicting information out there. I really don't have like the confirmed answer, but I guess the only confirmation we have is that they are closing on July 5th. Should I go out there before July 5th? I think I should. I think this is like grounds for taking a trip to LA. Writing that down. Go to Pump before July 5th. All right, awesome. Oh my gosh, Heather McDonald had Spencer Pratt on her podcast. I'm out, Scandoval. Oh, another thing. I don't know if we mentioned this on prior episodes, but Tom Schwartz is going to be on Stars on Mars. This is a show on it's a Fox competition series, and it's also featuring people like Natasha Leggero, Ariel Winter, Lance Armstrong, Adam Rippon, I don't know who that is, Ronda Rousey, among other, and Portia from Atlanta. I don't know what this show is going to be. If it's anything like The Traitors on Peacock, I'm scared, and I don't know how Schwartz is going to do on this. This will be interesting. Let's see. There's a quote from Ariana on Us Weekly. Obviously, I love Raquel dearly, and she's one of my closest friends. I not only trust and love her, I trust and love my boyfriend. Ugh, heart-wrenching. That's when I was like sobbing. Oh, let me see this one. Okay, so the finale trailer was leaked when I was out for a couple of days. And I just like had a moment last week where I was like, wait, let's go back to that. Who did it and why? And what's the status on this investigation? And I asked everyone for their input. And I got a lot of different responses, but I think the consensus or the majority was saying that Bravo did it. The Bravo leaked it. And if that's the case, this is like so ridiculous because they're the ones who made an announcement like we're going to do an investigation. And why would you do two versions? That's extra work. But I guess maybe you're already that deep in it and you're like, maybe let's just do both and see what happens. I don't know. I would like to find out who leaked it, but I'm going to skip through a lot of these because I have a lot of stories that you can all go and reference. You can like go down a deep hole in my IG stories. Even Whoopi's talking about Scandoval. Reddit is posting that they saw Sandoval and Ken at Tom Saturday night, so like 2 Saturdays. And I'm just thinking like, isn't he touring? I'm so confused. How's this guy everywhere? It's so confusing. Then Pump Rules posted from Pump. It's with heavy hearts. I want to read it in Lisa Vanderpump's voice. It's with heavy hearts that we announced that the lease at Pump Restaurant is expiring. All right, I'm not going to read all of this. But they're basically saying that they're closing down July 5th after 10 years. They're talking about opening at least 2 more restaurants with Caesars in the coming year. While we have loved our time operating Pump, to take on another 10-year lease with a huge increase in rent by the landlords is not something we are ready to commit to. After successfully running 37 plus establishments for many years, this type of rent is untenable. Oh, I didn't read all of this before. This is news to me. We will be open throughout Pride Month in West Hollywood to support the local community with one last hurrah, and we look forward to welcoming you all to Tom Tom and Sir in the months following. Thank you for the past decade of support. We have loved our staff, our patrons, and our time together. Best, the Pump family. But then I heard later on that the landlords were like, we didn't raise the rent. Actually, we actually gave her lenience during COVID, and we're still waiting for those payments. So I don't know what the truth is, people. Okay. Oh, I guess TV Deets reported that the Watch What Happens Live with Kristen Dowdy had the highest, or it was a season high as far as ratings go. I thought that was crazy. And I still think that Kristen Dowdy should revive the show Cheaters as the host. We need to make sure that there's safety measures in place, because I think the first host was stabbed during a confrontation. Don't want that to happen. Okay. Face Reality mentions, I'm going to skip all the things that aren't like part of, I'll go in the deep dives once we like do the recap. But we see from Bywig Hello Drama, Ariana Madix shopping, sharing kisses with new boo in NYC. He's holding a Louis Vuitton bag. She looks dope AF, obviously. He's giving her a kiss. Is this a rebound, guys? I don't know. I don't care, as long as she's happy. Bravo Holics reposted from Reddit. Somebody took both the leak trailer and the official trailer side by side, color coded it in a spreadsheet. I love that. Go check that out when you get a chance. That might give us some answers. She Speaks Bravo, love her. Farai Bennett, Honda Civic selfie. Ugh. So I guess Tom Schwartz is in the Aussie Outback to compete in Stars on Mars. Pump Rules fans posted that. I asked ChatGPT this week if Brock is cheating on Shayna, and ChatGPT basically told me to mind my business and that I'm inappropriate and unethical for asking. And I wanted to be like, what if they're on a TV show? Sorry, nosy. Anyways, moving on. Tracy Morrissey posted Tom Sandoval at the Space at Westbury Theater doing a concert with his double lightning bolt suit jacket where some of the lights aren't working, and I just feel offended by this. Also, last week, I think I said that Jackson Brittany's rewatch was still going. They only did 3 episodes, and I'm pretty bummed about it. Also, I was wondering and just wanted to ask ChatGPT how many times Coachella is mentioned in Vanderpump Rules. They said, I don't have access to specific information about every episode of Vanderpump Rules, nor do I have the ability to watch the entire series. I would love... Actually, I think I just realized what my dream job is to read artificial intelligence with some human emotion. I want to do that for now on with my life. Goals. Okay. Uh-oh. What's this? Uh-oh. May 5th. Okay. Oops. Shoot. Okay. May 5th. Oh. So I just did like a very innocent reel on Instagram. It was Ariana saying like, I'm not well, whatever. And as a caption, I wrote, me after being in the hospital and now trying to watch VPR. And someone commented on my post and said, it's just entertainment, calm down. So I responded to them and I said, so is this post, take a Xanax. Like, calm down, take a Xanax. I thought that was funny. And then they called me a cunt. Woo! Block. Okay, so the next day after I saw the neon lights, I was very disturbed by that. The double lightning bolts, right? On Tom Sandoval. And I was like, I woke up and I was like, do I feel bad for him? Like, this is beyond embarrassing, pathetic, all time. Like, this to me would be rock bottom, but I guess rock bottom is different for everybody. But I just tweeted like, guys and gals and them, I'm actually starting to feel bad for Tom Sandoval. Or am I? I don't know. And I put a gif with a guy saying I'm a sucker for an underdog. And so many people responded to that on Twitter. And they were like, no, 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 no. So I guess we don't feel bad. And I just did this post is from Bravo Boo because he said it was a sold out show, I think, where he had the double lightning bolts, but then there's like empty seats from pictures that we're seeing. And I did a poll, does anyone feel bad for Tom Sandoval? 68 people said yes, okay? That's a positive thing for Tom. 845 said no. So 93% said no, just saying. I mean, I don't know if I feel bad for him. I just like, I don't know. It's weird. Something from Reddit came up and they're talking about that scene from the glamping episode where Schwartz goes, Raquel has a type, everyone look out. She likes men that are taken. And somebody says that they think that, Schwartz resents how much Tom Sandoval has spent away from the business. He resents the potential impact on the business. He potentially resents Tom, who's in a relationship, interfering with his potential showmance with Raquel. And I think he resents the affair. I think Schwartz would never out a guy for cheating because of deranged belief in bro code. And he's as passive aggressive as they come. I think he's actually very angry about the whole thing and angry this season in general. What do you guys think? Do you think Tom Schwartz was being passive aggressive? 88% said yes. I don't know. Was he? I think there's a mix going on. And Katie was on Watch What Happens Live last night, and she was talking about like kind of what her theory is on the timeline. And she thinks that he didn't know right away, but he did know, obviously for some time. And if we all like think back at the timeline of what we're seeing on the show, during the glamping episode, Schwartz did know, we believe. I think, it'll all be confirmed after the reunion, I'm guessing. But, we'll get to it. There's a scene in last night's episode where he's like, I just want to hug my family, and I felt really bad for him, but we'll get there. Yeah, so TMZ also confirmed closing time for Pump. So we did get scenes for last night's episode during the week, and I got a clip of it, and I just had this theory of, watching Ariana and Raquel talking about her sex life, and we'll get there. But go check out, if you want to be updated as we go, make sure you're following on Instagram. Also, I did a little video on some of my spring, summer, September basics for big boobs. I found this brand that I really love, Rioria. I'm wearing it right now, and I have all of the tops in my Amazon storefront because being like a busy mom, I don't have time to I just need comfortable, functional, nice feeling clothes that I can get up and go. And I don't need a bra for this. So I mean, some would say maybe I do, but whatever. I feel good. Anyways, Bravo Snarkside has a post from page 6. Ariana Maddox and Daniel Y were talking shit about Raquel Leviss on date night. This is from May 4th. So funny. The Real Stone Housewives, love her. Up and Adam Live, I guess Jax was talking. Oh, Jax has been posting about wanting his money from Randall. Thought they were like bros and everything. What's that all about? Shayna Shea was on Us Weekly. I forgot what we got out of this. I don't know if we found out anything new, but this smirk, I think it's just her reaction, her face, her reaction to Sandoval's face in some of the scenes. Then I have this thing with Michael Rappaport that he probably is not even aware of, but it was probably a year or two ago on Twitter. He was on Watch What Happens Live with someone, and like I have always been like, I really loved Michael Rappaport. I was a fan, right? But then being in the Bravo community, I didn't realize that not every, like, people hate him. And I was like, what? I didn't understand. I never really paid attention to his commentary on Bravo until like recently. So about a year or two ago, I was tweeting. I didn't like tag him, but I wrote in my tweet like, oh, now I understand why people don't like Michael Rappaport. Not saying that I don't like him, but I get it now because something he did on the show, I was like, whoa, that's pretty kind of a bold thing to say, but it didn't make me like hate him. But I woke up the next morning and I see he responded. So I'm like, this guy went through, searched his name or something? Like, that's crazy. And his response to me was like, shut up, you. I don't even remember what it is. I'm sure I can go back and find it. It's somewhere documented, but it was very rude. And I was like, ah. So without thinking, I like quote tweeted what he did or what he said to me. And I was like, rude or whatever. And then I just like walked away and like forgot about it, like didn't really care. But then for legit like a full 24 hours, people started commenting and sticking up for me and saying the most horrible, awful, vile, nasty shit to Michael Rappaport directly to him on Twitter. And I was like, oh my God, that was the first time with my account that I was like, I gotta be more careful because this is too much. I felt so bad that I actually tweeted a new tweet, tagged Michael Rappaport, and was like, I apologize for all of the comments you've gotten today. This is like, I do not condone this behavior. And of course, he didn't respond. But I was a little salty after that, but because he was rude to me, but I was willing to let it go. And then I think because of the mob mentality that ensued, I just like kind of got wrapped up in it and like had those feelings for a while. But then when I saw this reel where he's going off on Sandoval, that's when the power of a common enemy brings people together. And I was like, I agree with what he's saying. And so I just forwarded it. And then, I mean, I don't like to just tell people what's going on in my DMs. I won't say what is said because I think that unless that person like gives me permission, but we did, because I posted his reel, he did respond and was like, right? Or whatever. So I thought that was decent. I don't know. Do I like Michael Rappaport again? I'm not sure. Anyways. Then I did another poll. Does Scandoval make Andy happy or sad? And 56% of you said happy. Because this post from Us Weekly says, it's a quote from Andy, that is why it actually was a surprise. Then you look at this footage and you're like, this story wrote itself. Yeah, I think he is happy. Oh my gosh, I've been listening to Lala's song Boy on repeat. I love it. It's such a vibe. I don't know if you've seen this on Instagram yet, but I did have another theory about that moment after beach day when it was very chaotic and Raquel was like approaching Katie. Once again, once again, meaning like in addition to last night, that's the big topic we gotta get to. Like, holy crap, that behavior was insane. But she approached Katie about like calling her a whore or whatever. And there was a moment where Raquel was like, nobody wants to own up to anything. And I swear I felt like it was towards Sandoval. In this point in time, I just have a witchy feeling about it. So, so the Bravo Babe posted, again, Sandoval is giving us so much footage, so much content. He's going around touring with his band. And at one of these concerts, he said, like, I think he was singing Schwartz's Mom or whatever, which is also so annoying and ugh. But he goes, Schwartzy, can't you see that Raquel is not for me? And people are debating, I think he said hot. They're like, no, he said not. And so there's a lot of back and forth there. But either way, for me, okay, I have a lot of issues with this. One, if Tom Sandoval and Raquel Leviss do not wind up getting married and having a beautiful family, then this is the true tragedy at this point, because then this is all for nothing. Or maybe it's not. I don't know. Right now, I'm just like, this love affair should last forever if it's going to cause this much chaos. Am I right? Like, holy crap. But also, okay, if he said Raquel is not for me, how tacky is it to 1 minute be like, don't you understand? Raquel's in a mental hospital, to TMZ or whatever, yelling at poor Josh, who's just doing his job, who also you probably talked to 5 minutes ago and was like, yeah, you can ask me that question. And then he just flips. Like, if you're so concerned about her health, mental health or whatever, why are you singing songs with her name in it, whether it's hot or not? Like, not a good look. Not a good look at all. Hiss, boo, Sandoval. Ugh, makes me angry. Oh, one thing that Chat GPT did do for me this week, I asked Chat GPT to write a tagline for Jenny Blaze as a Real Housewife, and they came up with Jenny Blaze. Where there's smoke, there's fire, and she's lighting up the room as the newest Real Housewife on the block. I don't know if I love that ending, but I thought that was so funny that they came up with one. Oh, this girl is on fire. That should be my theme song coming in. Like if it was WWE. Oh my gosh, this is why housewives need to adopt the WWE model, because like, imagine a reunion where the lights turn down, okay? And then you get boom, 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 like all these different lights coming up. And then you get like, imagine like a Project Runway, like whatever, stance or pose, look, whatever. And each lady gets to pick a song or make their own song, because some of the WWE, I think actually a lot of the WWE people, they do their own songs for their intro, and each one is like supposed to be representative of their brand and like, you know, gets the crowd hyped and like, oh my God, I think that would be so great. And they should like they should have a mic and like do their housewives line, their tagline, and like come down with music and like walk onto the stage. Manifesting, guys, manifesting. For You to Die posts Ariana with her boyfriend hanging out all weekend. I don't know if we say boyfriend or whatever. Blonde Hair, Black Heart posted Shayna's Shenanigans podcast, a little clip where she said Shayna thinks that Sandoval and Billy Lee did hook up. And I believe it too. If you're not following Diddy My Dowdy, then I don't know if we can be friends because I effing love her. She's amazing. And if you don't think she's as hilarious as I do, then something's wrong with you. Just kidding. But, then the season 10, episode 14 trailer or whatever, the first 7 minutes come out, the preview, and I was raging when I saw this. So, I mentioned this on some of my IG lives today. Like, I feel kind of numb to some of everything that's going on because I did see a lot of it last week. So I think I've already had time to process it. But when I first saw, like, when we found out that Raquel actually bought her own lightning bolt necklace, I almost, like, felt physically ill. Like, I did feel physically ill. And I feel like Tyra Banks as a GIF is like perfect for this moment. Bravo Breaking News posted Andy revealed on Radio Andy that he questioned production about knowing about Scandoval, and they denied it, saying they followed Ariana's lead. However, don't forget, Shayna's wedding dress designer said they saw Sandoval and Raquel kissing in front of production during the destination wedding when they were not filming. So that leads me to believe that they knew. I believe they knew. That's my truth. All right, going to May 6th. I don't know why it's making me do this. Usually I can just flip through it. Also, if you're watching on Instagram, make sure you come over to YouTube because my Instagram live cuts off after 1 hour and we go longer than an hour here. As long as I don't have to go pee. Uh-oh. What's going on? See, this is why we can't rely on technology all the time. Let me see if my story highlights work. I need to go to May 6th. This is 2 weeks ago. Hold up. 1 week ago. Okay, I think it's in here. I have to skip through all these. May 6th, Michael Rappaport, Lala. Okay, I think we're around here. We go. Okay. So, all right. I sat on, I watched the first 7 minutes of this week's episode and I was raging because there's a lot going on there. And just even to find out about Raquel buying her own necklace, like that was disturbing. But on top of that, what's really triggering for me was how Raquel was talking about Katie's mom. Ooh. Okay, I'm sorry, but Terry Maloney did nothing wrong. And she's being nailed to the cross like Jesus. Just kidding. That's a Vicky Gunvalson line, if you don't know. Now you know. I have not seen anything from Terry Maloney towards Raquel that would warrant her to talk shit to Charlie while they're shopping. And that told me a lot about who she is, because that is a low that you just don't really go to unless literally Katie has done nothing to Raquel for Raquel to even dislike her really, other than speak the truth. But I don't know, maybe I'm biased because I like Katie more. I was just like, dude, I don't condone violence, but this girl is really pushing it. Really pushing it. Glorified Gossip Girl posted, I think this is from TMZ, Tom Sandoval, I'm 1 month sober, as he's on stage with his double lightning bolts, and I'm just like, dude, this is him sober. And also, I don't believe that he is sober. I'm just gonna say that. I believe maybe he isn't drinking alcohol, but I don't believe he's like sober. And I'm not saying like, obviously, like I smoke weed, so I can't like, I don't know. I guess I can't judge if he were smoking weed, but I guess I wouldn't judge him if he was smoking weed. However, if he's doing like he talks about shrooms a lot. I even talked to him about shrooms one-on-one at BravoCon. And I'm all about like having a good time or like using it medicinally, like for a purpose in a controlled setting. But I don't know if that's what Tom Sandoval is doing. And I don't want to say that he is doing shrooms and like, I don't know. I just feel like the shroom community does not claim Tom Sandoval, okay? I just feel like he might be, I think his alcohol abuse has caught up with him. And to be honest, the revelation that I was talking about earlier, I think Tom Sandoval might be in a state of psychosis. And I don't know if this is completely intentional. I think this is like years and years of alcohol and substance abuse piling up and like changing his perception of reality to fit his own narcissistic needs. But I don't know if I can like diagnose him as being a narcissist. However, I have been thinking about getting a specialist on to talk about narcissism. So if you're interested in that, let me know. Okay. Then I guess over the weekend, the mistress, the OG mistress, got crowned, and I couldn't help but think like, wow, this mistress really turned into a queen. And I feel like that's kind of what Raquel was expecting. So yes. Pump Rules posted that James Kennedy buys a $1.3 million home in Burbank. And then there's pictures. There's a lot going around on Twitter, posting pictures of his new house. I don't even know which house is the real house at this point, but whatever it is, however it looks right now, I don't really care because congratulations, James Kennedy. And if it's not gorgeous already, I'm sure it will be as soon as James Kennedy is in there. And I cannot wait to see what kind of bangers and banger parties that he has in that backyard, because he has a pool as well. Over the weekend, I've already done my whole rewatch of Vanderpump Rules, so I was like, I think I'm going to go back to season 6 because I just love it so much. And I think I might make merch with Brittany yelling, I am a fucking sweetheart, you dumbass motherfucker. Because it's just so good. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna kick your ass, bitch. I'm sorry if this is too vulgar for some of you. Okay. No filter with Zach. Oh, maybe this is where I got this from. Okay, he posted, meanwhile, Vanderpump's landlord tells ET Lisa's comments regarding the rent for Pump are not accurate. We did not raise the rent and in fact have been nothing but supportive as they try to catch up on lease obligations, including forgiving some rent during COVID. What do we believe? Oh, here's my Amazon finds. If you are going through my stores, I'm gonna be posting about my Amazon finds and all of my affiliates where I earn commission. Go check them out. I asked my kid, I was like, what do because I just got like, I have a subscription for my staples, like my everyday stuff that I use. And I took the picture, I posted it on my stories. I was like, what song should I do? And she goes, channel Damien from Mean Girls, the don't look at me, from Christina Aguilera is beautiful. And she was like, you better give me credit for that. So I am. Anyways, Lala was on Jeff Lewis, and they're talking about the finale trailer leak, and she talks about how messed up she thinks it is and how, there's a lot that goes into the production of this show, and for somebody to leak something like that is a pretty big deal, and they don't know. They're wondering who did it. I'm wondering too. What's the status, Bravo? Oh, okay, so back when Scandoval first dropped, Pump Rules posted something, and somebody in the comments got in there, was like, I was at a show, and so I'll just read this. And I don't know why I brought this back up, but I guess she was saying like, why won't he, or whatever. It's so weird, but I'll read this, okay? This is from a commenter, I don't know who it is. A couple things that something just me wrong. I think rubbed me wrong. First was that she was trying to enter secretly. I saw her and she shushed me. I figured it was she didn't want to be rushed, so I didn't say anything. Well, whoops, I told people, but then halfway through the show, I went upstairs because I'm old and needed to relax. Security was severely understaffed. I'm almost 6 foot and built like a linebacker, so I was just helping security block all the crazy girls coming over. Who are these crazy girls? Then I noticed that Sandy kept looking up and singing songs to her, which caught me way the fuck off guard. Like the way he was just gesturing to her and singing Lightning in a Bottle and then marching at her during 500 miles. I just felt something was off. The more he sang to her, the more she started crying. The part I left off of social media is that I heard her loudly say, quote unquote, why won't he? Why won't he? Oh my God. I assumed she was crying over James, but after the news broke, it made sense that she was crying over him and him leaving Ariana. Also, the people that were with her kept looking around a lot the drunker she got. She was basically falling off the chair. The only way I got to stay up there was I never bothered her and I just took over helping security because it's just in my nature to help. I love this person. I love this person so much. So much so that the guy that was with her mouthed thank you to me. Oh my God, that's embarrassing. Okay, so this is like the original comment. She was drunk at the Roseville show and he kept looking up and singing to her. The more he sang to her, the more she started crying. I was there helping security keep people away. You can see my shoulder, LOL. My buddy even asked if the singer and the girl in VIP were dating, and I said nope, and that's the weird part. Woo! Everyone knew something was off. We all ignored her, and I'm so glad. That's so funny. Oh, okay. So, obviously, in between posting, in between shows, I chat with people here and there, and my mind starts wandering, and I got this amazing idea. I think we should do originally, I was like, thinking back to the Paula Abdul Cold Hearted Snake song and how great it would be to perform that at BravoCon to warn everyone about Tom Sandoval. But then I was like, as the week went on and I talked to people, they're like, I would totally do that. I'm down. And I was like, what if we do a flash mob during the Vanderpump Rules panel at BravoCon? I think we could pull this off. I'm going to try, maybe. We'll see. It's a lot of work, but I think it'd be hilarious. Actually, I think Andy would appreciate it. Just saying. Okay. So then also I paused my TV. I guess Schwartz and Sandy's, they're taking a $40 deposit per person to make a reservation at Schwartz and Sandy's. That tells me either people are dipping out. Oh my gosh. They're not going to the reservations, or they're not going to the reservations. I don't know. Should I go? If I go out to Pump before July 5th, I am going to go to all the restaurants. I'm going to go to Sir. I'll even go to Villa Blanca. I will go to Tom Tom. I will go to Schwartz and Sandy's. I'm just a little scared to go to Schwartz and Sandy's, but I definitely want to go to Something About Her. I don't know. You guys let me know. If I do go, I can take my gimbal with me, bring you guys all along for the ride. Okay. Love Andy C posted, there's 6 more weeks of Scandoval. You don't have to care, but I'm parked here for at least those 6 weeks, so stop telling me to move on. I'm not. And I think paired with Don't Stop Me Now by Queen, that pretty much sums it up. J-Lo's even talking about Pump Rules, and I just like, if I was a J-Lo impersonator, I would literally be saying, let's get loud. I would carry around a microphone just to do it. Let's get loud. Just to like, that's all I think of when I see J-Lo now. Let's get loud. Queens of Bravo. Oh my gosh. So then, I swear, Tom Sandoval is trolling us in his stories. He knows that we're watching. He knows we can't help it. And he posted a video of his outfits for his next show. And I just was like, I hate all of it, like everything. And I didn't even realize, but a lot of people were very disturbed by his breathing in this video. He's like, oh. It's bad. It's bad. So Pump Rules fans, Shayna and Peter talk about the leaked trailer. Oh, I love this. Peter goes on shenanigans with Shayna, obviously. And I love Peter Madrigal getting in on this Scandoval. Ugh, I love it. He deserves this. They used him. She called him a starter pony. Peter's been there since day one. He's the one who's running the ship. Lisa Vanderpump is the captain, and Peter is the bosun. Anyways, moving on. Bywig, hello, drama. Oh, so this is a clip of Jax talking about Randall owing him money, I think, and like, I don't know, he's just going off about Sandoval, and I think it's hilarious and extremely entertaining to watch Jax just like go off on Sandoval. This is his moment. Okay, I'm gonna skip through. This is me making comments about season 6. I don't know if this is really Tom's uncle, but somebody's claiming that Tom's uncle sent Logan a message, and I thought it was Logan, like the one who was at Something About Her in the episode last night. But he says, Leech, how you doing? You know I've been observing this place you think you are a part of. You are delusional. If this is, and this was posted by Blonde Hair Black Heart, if this is true that it's Tom's uncle, that means he's surrounded by heavy enablers, and it's gross. Bravo Love Baby. We got James Kennedy doing his thing. Look at his concerts compared to Tom Sandoval's. Yes, James. Love it. Let's see. Oops. Peter Madrigal revealed on Shayna's pod that he also saw Sandoval and Raquel at the Abbey and asked Sandoval, where's Ariana? What are you doing here without Ariana? Sandoval answered, she had to go to bed. This was a different time than when Allie saw them. Go off, Peter. Yes. Love it. Real Vanderpump. More James doing his thing. Like, I love James, but this is never, you will never see me here. You will never see me down there. Maybe, like, behind, I would, like, be maybe the person taking the video for him, but no. Ariana, so hot, love her. Out with her man. Yes, Peter, go off. Ugh, dipped out. I can't think of dipped out as the same. Tom Sandoval's such a gaslighter. It was Shayna's birthday. Happy birthday, Shayna. You're good as gold. Great as gold. Oh my God, imagine if she came out with a song called Great as Gold. Okay. Basic Bravo loving bitch. Oh, okay. So non-Scandoval related. I took a break from Vanderpumping for a little bit, and I binged Bupkis with Pete Davidson. And I never understood, like, I'm not a hater of Pete Davidson, but I never understood, like, what the big hype was about him. And he had so many cameos in it and everything. Like, I wanted to hate it, but I watched it and I really loved it. Very similar to his other movie, like The King of Staten Island, I think. I really like that movie, too. So he's got a couple other things out, and I highly recommend Bupkis on Peacock TV. Just letting you know. James Kennedy also has new merch coming out. And I got a special treat this past week. Peter Madrigal is part of the I Hate Lightning Bolts Club. And we just keep getting bigger and bigger and badder and angrier. Just kidding, we're not angry. Real Housewives of Atlanta premiered this Sunday, and I'm sorry to say, but I felt nothing. I was numb. The only thing that sparked anything out of me was when Kenya Moore in the scenes for the next episode where she's yelling, "Once a cheater, always cheat. Once a cheater, always a cheater, you piece of shit." But also on Sunday, the Bravo Babe posted, Ariana, Katie, Shayna, and Lala won Best Team? Best on-screen team? Best reality on-screen team. So, yes, we love that. Also, since it was Shayna's birthday, the girls were out. We got footage of that from Bravo Love Baby. This is where I would love to see, I would pay Kenya to go off on Tom Sandoval. I think it would be so entertaining. Here's a clip of Ariana doing karaoke. I'm still manifesting her having like a solo album and going on tour, and Tom like begging to open up for her, and she obviously says no. One funny thing though, watch me date these dumb dudes, Kenya said about Sheree. Sheree is like, she's tweeting to like KFC and Popeyes. Like, there's a lot going on. There's other accounts you can look at that stuff for though. The Real Housemates of New York, love them. Oh, another new product at bravoandblaze.com. We got Bravo and Blaze stickers, so you can cover up your Tom Sandoval on the Fancy AF cocktail book if you got it. Let's see. Oh, also this week I was able to create some tutorials in my Patreon, so you can go see how I create reels. And I actually use this reel of James Kennedy as my example, so go check that out. Also, I was watching for my deep dive in my Patreon for episode 2, and I just came across this video of James that was so funny. I was like, I have to share this, and that's where that all stemmed from. On a Patreon and subscriber only Instagram, which by the way, if you're on Instagram, come join us on YouTube because the hour is up and we're gonna go away. So you need to come to YouTube to see the visuals and be in the interactive chat. So I went to the hospital last week, and I'm gonna share that whole story and my journey on my Patreon. Make sure you go sign up. This is wild news. Kim and Croy Bierman are getting divorced. It's already messy, but guess what, lady? Wig. Not today. You're not going to snap me out of Scandoval. Oh my gosh. Bravo just released the reunion trailer? Oh my God. Oh my God. Thank God you guys are here. Hold on. Also, during my deep dive, there's a scene where Greg is overseeing the interviewing that Tom and Tom are doing for the wait staff and everything. And Greg is like, to one of the guys, he goes, if you got a gig, why are you looking for another job? And I just was like, why isn't he asking Tom Sandoval that? So weird. Oops. Okay. All right. The trailer was released. Here it is. Here it is. Oh my God. I can't watch it though. I have to do this. Sorry, guys.
How did this go from a one-night stand to a full relationship between the two of you? Tom, you are in love.
I can't think of two worse people. I can't. I don't see anything good coming for either of those rats.
A reunion that may be more explosive.
Don't even look at me. You don't deserve to look at this.
Yes.
James and Lala can't talk because they and so I wasn't your best friend,
Then
Wasn't your
we've
best
seen
friend,
in the
Ho.
show's 10-year history. She has a long history.
Oh my God.
of
Did you see
diminishing
that? That was Tom Sandoval. Was he in? He is by himself.
and dramatic.
James and Lala can't talk because
Tom Sandoval is by himself in a dressing room. Does he have his phone? Hold on.
Than anything we've seen in the show's 10
Right there. Oh my God, guys. That might be the moment that he liked my comment from 16 weeks ago. It was done during the reunion filming, and I thought it was really, really weird. Okay, sorry.
Long history of diminishing my friendships.
You're friends with everyone. You're like a serial killer's wet dream.
I do have something for you. This was filed today, I believe.
Who's crying?
You and me to be pathological liars.
I see that, yeah.
You
Even
are.
though we know that we're not.
And what is a
When
lie?
did you find out that they're f***ing, dude?
Late August told me that.
August?
Yeah.
Oh
What?
no.
That's
Did
when
you
you
guys
told
not
me.
put your timelines together to match?
Ah!
I have been super selfish. Selfish does not cover it. Diabolical, demented, subhuman.
Poo-poo head. Both of you, poo-poo heads. I'm gonna get sent for a timeout.
This person that has loved you and defended you. Be honest.
I'm being honest. You backstabbing hoe. Get in my face again, I'll you up, mother.
Oh!
You're so quickly, Tom. You're a worm with a mustache.
Ah! A worm with a mustache.
I need a break from filming. Stop filming me. I don't want a camera in my goddamn face.
Yes, you do.
Tom, you are in love.
Come on, it's a very simple question. Are you in love or are you not?
Oh
How
my
did this go from a one-night stand
God.
to
Oh my gosh, I love this. I love this so much. I'm posting right now because I can't even, I can't function right now. Oh my God. I'm like sweating and I have chills at the same time. Oh my gosh. Yes, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Oh my gosh. I'm like sweating, guys. Thank you, Brianna Clark. Let's go back. Oh my God. Can I move on? I don't even know what to do. Should I do a different episode now? I'm sweating. Okay. Wowie. Okay, we're an hour in, and I want to make sure that I get to the actual show. Oh my God, I can't do this. Am I gonna? I might just skip it. Okay. We have too much. We're going too long. Archive. Hold on. Okay, I'm going back. Fast forward through Bupkis. What else? The 8th. The girls were out. Also I heard Salt Lake City Team Lisa's breaking up, guys. Lisa Barlow and whoops, I gotta show this. Lisa Barlow and Whitney Rose. But then also I started getting a lot of posts coming up like from Entrepreneur, and it says Elizabeth Holmes, now Liz, giggles about her faux deep voice and recalls sleeping in Walmart parking lots in RV ahead of trial. This woman's supposed to be in jail with Jennifer Shaw right now. and she didn't because she had a baby. Oh my God. Love James. Moving on. Go check out the bonus content. Schwartz is a putz. Ether Opal's got great reels. Tom Sandoval. Okay, so they keep posting about Elizabeth Holmes, right? And I keep thinking, like, I'm starting to think of all these scenarios where, like, she arrives and Jen Shaw's already there and she's, like, practicing for her play and, like, she already is running the joint. But Elizabeth is like, hell to the no. I'm the number one girl in this group. And there's an intense rivalry. And maybe she even throws her own play. I don't know. But then they join a debate team because in other news, there's a prison in upstate New York, actually, where prisoners they have their own debate team and they're going against like Harvard and Yale and all these Ivy Leagues, and they've been winning. And I was like, oh my God, but could they win against Jen Shaw and Elizabeth Holmes? So that was a big roundabout tangent. But also, Molly Shannon was on Watch What Happens Live this week, and I know there's a writer's strike going on, but I really, really wish we could get an SNL Vanderpump Rules skit. So just keep these things in mind that I'm saying these thoughts out to you, right? And I'm going through the timeline in my stories. Don't forget to get your Scandoval notebook. Vanderpump Rules Party also posted this notice from EFT Media Holdings. It says, dear residents and businesses, this is dated on Friday, February 3rd. Dear residents and businesses, Evolution Media is requesting a film permit from the city of Los Angeles to film scenes for a reality television series, Vanderpump Rules, at blah, 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 whatever address. From February 2nd, 2023 to April 2nd, 2023, from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Production plans to shoot at the property at the very most 3 times a week while respecting neighboring residences and business. Production will all land on property. No street parking will be used. Interior, exterior models against scenery with handheld camera and camera on sticks, all on private property only. Sidewalks will remain passable at all times, and vehicular traffic will not be interrupted. If you have any questions or concerns, blah, blah, blah. Thank you in advance. Whew, Jeremiah has some explaining to do. So what this suggests is that maybe production knew about Scandoval. That's what I'm getting from this. Okay. Come on, come on. We have so much to go through still. It's circling, it's circling. Why is this day working, but the 9th is not working? Ugh! All right, we might have to skip that day. Is the 10th working? Oh, my arms hurt. Okay, I'm going to do this instead. Ugh! Wait, this is 22? Let me go to 23. Yeah. Wait, that's not right either. Okay, let me see. I like you're psycho. We went through all of these. Did we go through all of them? Sheena's birthday. Okay. Yeah. That was 22. So then 23. Oh, again, Raquel's Galaxy Light is available if you need it. James Kennedy is selling his merch, doing his American accent. That's posted by Rate My Bravo. Last night I went live after the show. Okay, let's get into it. All right, never before scenes. So the first never before scene from last week's Lady and the Glamp is Christina Kelly, Lala, and Katie sitting around during their photo shoot and talking about what they call their vaginas. It was uneventful, I would say. The second scene is Shayna learning that her and Brock lost the footage from their wedding, and she's crying. And I'm sorry, I love Shayna, but I busted out laughing so hard because I was like, girl, we've seen your wedding. What are you doing? And it's just so funny because it's so on brand for Shayna, because I said in other episodes, like, Shayna lives for the picture. And as we saw all over her old place, like, pictures everywhere. But it was kind of funny. Raquel's like, but if we didn't have that rain, we wouldn't have had the rainbow. Bambi head bitch. Okay. Next, never before seen, is James Kennedy talking to Raquel. And he's like, I think about Graham more than I think about you. And Raquel gets so mad about that. She's like, ew, what a disgusting human being. Like, bitch, you guys are broken up. Why would he think about you more than you would think about Graham? I'm concerned about Graham, by the way. The other never before seen is James and Schwartz making up at Tom Tom. You know, they're like, oh, hey, bro, whatever, you know how guys do. And, of course, Tom is like, oh, I didn't feel good about that. And James even said, like, oh, maybe I should go to therapy, you know, figure out why. Which is funny because last night we see a scene with him and Allie where he's talking about, like, I don't know why everyone keeps telling me to go to therapy. So it's funny that he's telling Schwartz to go to therapy, which I agree. And I think all of us could do well going to therapy. Okay. Switching gears here. We're going to go into last night's episode. Let me open the folder. Here we go. Where is it? It's right here. Okay. So, opening scene, we see, Lisa gets a new horse to replace her old horse. We see something about her in West Hollywood. The outside looks cute. I like it. We see, Shayna and Brock being parents. They're so cute. Then we see Penny, the chef consultant, come into something about her. And, she's giving her feedback, good energy. She's talking about what she thinks they should do. They know they have a lot of work to do. I want something about her sandwich, like, right now. I'm so hungry. I love this line from Katie. She goes, something that, that we have that Tom and Tom don't have is that we're willing to ask the professionals for help. Exactly. And even Greg said in the last episode, we're losing $1,000 a day just by not opening. And if you hire a project manager for $5,000 in a month, you're saving $15,000 instead of losing $20,000. So yeah, go to the professionals. So then Katie and Ariana start bringing up like how Lala was questioning Ariana about Tom in that whole Labor Day party, and she's like, he couldn't get a ride or whatever. And Ariana's basically like, the situation, that deal was not as big of a deal as I feel like maybe it seems to Lala, but she's like, essentially, she's not gonna get mad, at Lala for asking questions and whatever. And, she kind of was brushing it off, and Katie's like giving her feedback on what, it was like for her with Schwartz. And Ariana says, whatever Tom did the day of the barbecue is not what's important to me right now. And I'm annoyed because it puts me in a position where now people are going to like totally undermine our relationship. Like, pss, 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 and that bothers me. Okay. Just going to keep going. Yeah, so they said, that's all we need, one step at a time. Or she said that. And then, okay, this is the scene that's like really disturbing. So shout out to Polka Dots and Moonbeams, I guess. This is where Charlie and Raquel went shopping. Raquel. And, they're talking about retail therapy, which, by the way, I thought this woman just is learning how to take care of herself. But she knows what retail therapy is all about? Okay. So Charlie asked about the other night. She's saying it was really awkward. Actually, first she said like, oh, it was good. And then she goes, actually, it wasn't. I don't know why I said that. That was a lie. It's like an immediate response that I always say. that tells me you're fake. You're fake. And then she starts talking about Terry, and she goes, Terry and Mom, you know, they were doing like their thing, whatever. I could see where Katie gets it from, and, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, excuse me? Neither of them have done anything. What did Terry do to you? Okay? I was so annoyed. Then she talks about her conversation with James and how she didn't appreciate how he was saying that he regrets Richella. Okay, so I'm trying to like use parallels. Like, I'm thinking if Tom Sandoval is in a relationship with Raquel, then, and we want to compare, like, Tom is James, Raquel is Allie, would she get mad at Tom if he said he regretted ever being with Ariana or buying a house with her or something? Because she has these feelings. Like, we got to think about it both sides, you know, like both ways. Does it make sense in her reality, or is she a hypocrite and just flat out like rude? So, I don't know. I don't even know why we're talking about this. I feel like she should like move on. She has moved on. I don't know what, like, if she's not done with her feelings with James, she should not have been having a love affair with her friend's boyfriend for 7 months. And then she's talking about, oh, James is saying that he really loves Allie, and like, I don't think that Allie is into him as much as James is into her, or whatever. And Charlie agrees. I mean, we all agree, but why does she care? Why does Raquel care? And she's just, this just reeks of jealousy to me. Like, she's like, oh, shit. You know, he just needed somebody to fill that spot. Like, do not undermine who Allie is, because Allie is a badass, and I like her a lot more than Raquel. She was, I feel like I've turned a new leaf in overcoming my relationship with James. I've needed to see him for who he is and see Allie or the position that I was in to really like comprehend it. So then she's like, oh, I'm just going to get this slip dress. This slip dress, guys, I was triggered. This is the dress she wore on Halloween. Halloween is when Tom Sandoval dressed up as Raquel. Don't forget. So then she's like, I decided to choose myself over my relationship and stop compromising in ways that was taking away from who I am as a person. Then they ask about going to the event for something about her. She's like, oh, I think I'm going to pass. Then she says, I think they're going to come over to SIR after, though. So I'll see everybody. What the hell does that mean? Does that mean you just go to SIR all the time and hang out there? Or, like, it's just weird. And even Charlie's like, I'd rather work than go do that. But whatever. So then you see Raquel like perk up, and she's like, oh, can I see that necklace? And it's the lightning bolt necklace. And Charlie's like, I don't know if Charlie realized, like, hey, that's a lightning bolt. Like, did she put anything together? I just don't. I'd be like, why are you getting a lightning bolt? And it's $780. She's like, yeah, I get it. Raquel's like, I can't. I don't have money like that. But she buys it anyways, which is like just so crazy that she's sitting there talking about James and sounding super jealous, but then goes and buys this expensive necklace that reminds her of the guy that she's sleeping with, who is her best friend's boyfriend. This is sick. This is sick. Look at her. She's like, oh my God, there it is, guys. She's wearing it. $780. Charlie tricked her into it. She bought it. All right, so then we go to Shorts and Sandy's. Ugh. Ugh is right. This freaking, this booth. They spent like an extra $800 plus the time. Don't forget, guys, when you're like doing projects and doing anything like this, you need to think about the time that it takes for everything. If you were doing a project plan for Schwartz and Sandy's, you would have multiple streams of work. You would have sub projects that maybe the front lounge is a separate project. The bar is a separate project. The, like behind the scenes in the back in the kitchen, that's a separate project. Like you have multiple things that are going on that can take place at the same time so that you can maximize your turnaround rate. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills, but anyways, okay. So look at this effing beautiful thing we created, dude. Ugh, it's Tom Schwartz and Sandoval talking. This seems like a total setup. He's saying it's going to be glorious. We are so open, or so close to being open. Tom says, I'm jealous of Ariana and Katie's little spot. Oh, I bet you are. It's probably why you went on tour, to leave your bar that you put everything into, or so allegedly, whatever. They're like, it's so manageable. Yeah, because they're not dumb. They are reasonable people. He's like, I don't get, people say just open, what's the problem? I'm like, dude, you don't effing know. Oh yeah, you gotta like staff the place. Like, oh my God, I can't with these people. I can't. They're bringing in temp cooks, whatever. They're gonna have they're gonna open and do some, I don't know, dry runs, I guess you could say, or dress rehearsals that weekend coming up or whatever. And George is like, it just never ends. I just want to go hug my family. I actually felt bad for Schwartz a little bit in this moment. He says, I effing miss my family. Because I'm assuming Schwartz has been, let's say 70% all in on this, like all his time dedicated and devoted to Schwartz and Sandy's, while Sandy is out doing his band or whatever. And Schwartz said it. He's like, I put everything in. I lost my marriage, my house, all my money has gone into this bar. Tom has like his mom's money. He's using his mom's money. Like he doesn't have a sense of urgency to like make it be successful. And so like when you have a partnership where one person is like, let's get this done, the other person's off doing their band, that sucks. And I mean, I'm not going to say I feel bad for Schwartz. He should have known better, but like also they don't really know what they're doing. It's clear. Greg's very adamant about them not knowing what they're doing. Lisa admitted it. Then they start asking about Ariana and stuff. Oh, have you guys been okay? He's like, yeah, I mean, just feels like sometimes like my very presence just like annoys her. Yeah, it annoys me. Then they start like saying, go away. Ugh. Just like, Tom, get the F out of here. Because he was obnoxious. He was like basically insinuating rape. Of course she's going to say, get the F out of here. Anyways, he goes, it just seems like it speaks to like maybe a bigger issue. Then here's Schwartz, where I think he's trying to play the role that Sandoval gave him, like, make sure you go in and you tell them how bad our relationship was and blah, blah, blah. He's like, oh, they're just more like roommates. And, he's like seeing a lack of intimacy. They don't hang out, whatever, acknowledge each other. It's not looking good. And then Tom starts complaining about, he's like, Ariana, when's the last time you ever went to the store and bought paper towels and toilet paper? And like, Ariana, when's the last time you've gone? Well, there's pens in the drawer and there's batteries in the drawer because I do that. Like, shut up, dude. This is the dumbest crap I've ever heard. He's like, you don't go out of your way to do things for me. Ugh, so annoying. He goes, I just feel like at times, man, that she just doesn't like you. Schwartz says. Oh, then he's like trying to give advice. Like, okay, Schwartz, you're the one to give advice. I don't think so. Oh, there's a bit of a disconnect. Shut up. I hate him. I said we definitely argue a lot more than in the beginning. And like, no shit. She can't ever just say like, hey, you got a point there. Maybe you don't have a point. Everything I've been hearing all season is nonsense, garbage, irrational, illogical nonsense. Word salad, as Greg says. So shut up. I can count on less than a hand in our 9 years together that Ariana has ever said, like, wow, you're right. Maybe because you're wrong. You seem to be wrong a lot of the time. Ugh. So he's like, oh, don't be Mr. Eventually. So then we cut to Ariana and Tom at their house, and Ariana looks so cute, obviously. And this is when I started to feel bad for Tom, because I'm like, oh my God, look at his white nails. Look at his bracelet with his like V-neck or whatever. And look at him, just like, look at her and then look at him. This is a problem. I feel bad for him now. I'm like, I guess he does. He probably does feel like crap because he's not up to her level. And he's even like, oh, you got a logo? Let me see. Like, yeah, they had an entire like brand kit ready to go. And I'm assuming that they hired someone to do this, which I think they said they did. And I've said this on my content creation behind the scenes. When you're creating a brand, there's so many details that go into it, even like the typography or font or whatever, the like colors you use, there's color theory behind things, there's every single thing, all the real estate that you see in a logo, there's like a specific reasoning behind it. So I love it. And he's like, oh, let me see. And then you see his platform Chuck Taylors. I don't even have platform Chuck Taylors. I kind of want some, but why is he wearing them? Ugh, he's just so basic. Even when he's peacocking, he's basic. So then they're talking about, the Labor Day party. And she's like, if you are going up there and you think this is a place I'm not going to be able to get a lift, then maybe you should leave or whatever. He goes, I just knew that. I'm like, if I go home, I'm going to want to like do something about it. Well, and she's like, well, that is how you are. And he says, she's like, but it's like you can't help. And he goes, she says, I'm annoyed, not at you, but just obviously at life. Yeah, she had 2 losses. And she's like, just go away, which I think probably has something to do with her depression. I don't want to speculate, though, because I don't like to talk on other people's like mental health. Actually, I am. I'm talking about Sandoval's. I think he's in psychosis. He goes, it just feels like lately, like we haven't been as connected. There's been a lot of things that have been bothering me and stacking up and sort of swept under the rug, and like my very presence effing annoys you. She goes, your very presence, I don't think those are the words that I say. Just being honest. And he goes, you snap at me and you effing belittle me in front of people. Maybe you're stupid and you need to be belittled. Sorry, you're not supposed to say the S word. She talks about that time he's being gross towards Raquel when he's actually having an affair. Like, he cannot use this as an example to be like, look, you belittle me. You were having sex with that girl, so shut up. You don't get to say that. Sorry. Yeah. She's like, I never get to hang out with you and have it like just be us. And I've said that for months. She goes, you peacocking on a night out, and then you go out and do that, and then I get all like the leftovers. Ooh, sick burn, Ariana. I love it. And he's like, I feel like sometimes here with obviously and blah, blah, blah. I don't know. He doesn't make sense when he talks. I don't feel like we are connected the way we should be. We didn't even take an effing picture together at Shayna's wedding. Like, I mean, she goes, you don't need to feel bad about that. I don't think taking a picture is like a measurement of success for a relationship, essentially. And he's like, but it is. Okay, dude, but yes, it is. Then go make a point to take a picture with your girlfriend. She's like, no, I agree with what you're saying. Everything that I say. She said, no, I agree with what you're saying. And then he goes, are you going to disagree with everything that I say? This man is mental. This is psychosis. God. This is bad. This is bad, guys. This is bad. She goes, remember when we used to like cook dinner together and put on the War on Drugs? Oh my God, Ariana, I would do that with you. And like, we don't do that anymore. And like, we put on music and on our speakers and we like make dinner together. And he's like, oh, like, what is so difficult about that? Like, just make a point to do it then. He's like, let's do it, dude. He's like, I just want us to be better. He like made such a like weird stop to that conversation. Like he had I think this is psychosis, guys. He's like, I want us to be more intimate. Having sex like 4 times a year, that also affects me. And she goes, okay, well, maybe you need to spend time with me because I cannot have sex with somebody who feels like a stranger. Rightfully so. And she said, to me, quality time is one-on-one, no distractions, no other people, like really focused on each other. I want that emotional and physical intimacy. Yes, as we should. Why? We need to normalize this, not the banging, like the hookups, like, oh, they hooked up, they met, they whatever. Like, we need to normalize actually having emotional connections with people and having a sexual relationship that is in line with your emotional relationship. Men have normalized this like, oh, it's just sex thing. And like, we need to be done with that. And she's like, you can't like telepath your dick into a vagina from the Abbey. Man. Then they asked, okay, she's like, going out and getting drunk together is like not quality time. And starts arguing with her over the definition of quality time. So then production asks, like, what is your ideal way of spending quality time? He goes, let's take some mushrooms together and watch the sunrise. Let's go skinny dipping in the pool. Let's go hang gliding. Okay, one, I think he did mushrooms and a sunrise with both Ariana and Raquel. But Ariana is like, I'm not trying to do mushrooms and watch the sunrise like every weekend. Like, that's a, once in a while thing, I would say, maybe, right? Like, I don't know. And I'm getting hot, so I'm like playing with my hair now. Also, there's literally a picture on Twitter. Should I show you guys? I'm going to show you guys. There's literally a picture of them hang gliding. Like, are you serious? Can you see this? Oh man. Okay. This is from TV Talk at TV Wall on Twitter. They're hang gliding. He says, let's go. What is wrong with this bird? This is psychosis, I think. I'm sorry. I keep saying that I'm not qualified to make that diagnosis, but this is so insane to me. And I'm not even done with this episode. So I like stimuli. Basically, she's like, I don't want to go out and just like get drunk. And he goes, what about you and Logan like singing songs or whatever? And he's like, you don't do that with me. She goes, you don't like the same things that we like. Like, he goes, you don't think I effing like Beyonce? Come on. Yo, if they go to karaoke, why doesn't he go if he loves singing so much and he's like doing cover songs for his band anyways? Why wouldn't he just go? And she's like, and you won't watch episodes of Love Island with me. I want to watch Love Island now because I know Ariana's watching Love Island. She's like, yeah, well, I don't have time to watch 50 goddamn episodes. You make time, Tom Sandoval. She's like, that's literally all we talk about is Love Island. I love that. Then he's just like, I love you. Because he doesn't know what to say because he's not a normal human being. He needs like to detox his whole body for more than a month and like go to therapy and maybe get on some meds. I don't know. It's my first guess, my first triage based on what I'm seeing. I'm going to skip over this. And then we go to James and Allie's apartment. And I love James. He's organizing his brother Harry to come to his apartment while him and Allie are away to take care of Allie's cats. How sweet is that? Love that. So she comes home. They're like talking about how they got to they're going to something about her. They don't have much time because they have to go to the airport because they have the Imagine Festival that James has been so excited about, so nervous. He's just over the moon. He can't believe that his name is on the same flyer as Cascade. And he's just, I love this for him. I love all of it. And the producers try to like make it like a wah-wah, because he said like, oh, my name's next to Cascade, when really it's like, you know, halfway down, but who cares? It's the same. I'm here for it. And he's like, thank you for supporting me. I think they're so cute. He's saying, you know, DJing is what's paying the bills, and they're going to the event or whatever. So then she's getting ready. She's like, what should I wear? He's like, well, you're gonna meet Lisa. You know, she's kind of like my mom, whatever. So he's like, and he says first impressions are very important. I thought that was weird because there's a scene earlier in the season where Allie, James, in episode 2, James goes up to Lisa and is like, oh, did you know Peter and Raquel are dating? And Allie is like, they just make out when they're drunk. Like, she said that to Lisa, so I'm wondering why he's like, first impressions or whatever. So whatever. That was weird. But then she's getting ready. Oh, James wants to get invited over to Villa Rosa for dinner. I think that's so cute. So then she starts talking about therapy and having James go. And he says he will for her, but he doesn't think he needs it. And he's like, I don't have any childhood trauma, which is like red flag. I think we all have childhood trauma. But she's like convincing him to go to therapy. And I thought that was great. Because she's like, you know, sometimes you hold things in, and oftentimes you direct your anger towards your friends and people that you love. And James is so funny. He's like, you know, when you watch movies, you see someone in therapy, you never see someone with their life together. Normally it's someone that's life is in shambles, and I just never felt like my life has been in shambles. Okay, this is the myth. You don't have to have your life in shambles to go to therapy. Therapy is for everyone. Therapy is what helps you to grow. And that's what's up, Tom Sandoval. I just love when he's like, look at your life. He's like, everyone has such a problem with me and tells me to go to therapy. Take a look at your life and then take a look at my life. I love him. He's so funny. It's like, I don't have childhood trauma. We've seen your parents, James. We know you have childhood trauma, okay? So he's like, it's kind of annoying. When, meanwhile, we just saw the never before scene. He literally, like, told Schwartz to go to therapy. So here we go. We are at the something about her, you know. Oh, wait. There's this scene with Tom and Tom. This is so gross. Tom walks in with, like, coffee-stained shirt, and they're just, this whole, I want to skip over this because I'm so annoyed. First of all, Tom Sandoval's like, oh, wearing this vintage suit and blah, blah, whatever. It's just so basic and gross. I can't stand it. And Tom's like, I want to go in there hyper positive. I don't know if she wants to see me. Terry Maloney's pissed at me. Katie's pissed at me. If I knew that this was going to be such a big deal, I wouldn't have done it. Dude, she told you exactly what was going to happen, and you still did it because you're putz. Shout out to Bravo and Cocktails because they made it into the episode. It goes, there's some sort of like gossip blogger, and they're like, I saw Schwartz and Raquel, and they were making out all night. And they're like, that's insane. I know. Oh my God, dude. Because I explained to Katie the truth. Raquel, he goes, Raquel is like kind of my dude bro girl. Okay. Writing this down in my notebook, my Scandoval notebook. Dude bro girl. Dude bro girl means best friend's mistress. Like, what the hell are you talking about? So whatever. Your dude bro? So ridiculous. I didn't know how much it was gonna hurt Katie, you idiot. I can't even. So yeah, Terry's mad too. And I got mad for Terry in this moment. Like, Schwartz, what you did to Katie is not just hurting her. It's hurting her family. You are supposed to be family. with her whole family, including her mother. How dare you? So they're at the something about her party. They're getting ready. James and Allie stop by. They're so cute. Lisa comes by. Oh, they're eating the sandwiches. I want one so bad. Lisa comes by to say, show her support. She's loving it. They've taken the space. They've got the concept. As I always say, if you want something said, ask a man. As I always say, if you want something done, ask a woman. Yes. And that's what's up, Tom Sandoval. Oh my God, I think I'm going to say that for the rest of my life. And that's what's up, Tom Sandoval. So yeah, James and Allie chit-chat with Lisa a little bit. And, he says that Allie's going with him. And Allie didn't, Lisa threw a little bit of shade. And Allie shut it down. So I love that. I love them, all of them. And it's also Lisa's birthday. She drops that little hint and it's like, maybe someday you'll give me some flowers on my birthday. So happy birthday, Lisa. I'm sorry I took so many screenshots, guys, but I'm trying to move quickly because we're running out of time. So Ariana's like, love you, be safe, blah, blah, blah. Okay, then we get, Lisa tries the sandwich and she goes, like the presentation, unique, sexy. Sexy, unique restaurant. Here's Terry. Excuse me. Okay, so she's super proud. Ugh, I just love seeing Katie's mom. This is the Logan I was talking about before that I think Tom Sandoval's uncle messaged or whatever. So they're just showing, here's Ariana talking about feeling like she's between her two friends. She's not going to pick a side. And she thought it was a great compromise that Raquel didn't go to the something about her their debut. And then Shayna missed the finale because she tested positive for COVID. So bummer for Shayna, but she got her little cameo in. We see Tom and Tom show up. Gross. Probably smells in there as soon as they walk in. Terry's so cute, taking a picture, mom picture, and I just loved it. I took way too many screenshots, guys. I'm just going to keep going. So after that, they go to the something about her party at Sir. This is where things get a little wild. They're still, serving their sandwiches. And look, we see Ariana say, I'm drinking, trying to while out with you. And he's like, I love it. She goes, I can't really in these heels, though. So be a sitting down whiling out. So she's trying there. He's like, obviously I love Ariana, but because of how different we are as people, we've kind of grown a little bit apart. He's so annoying. Oops. Okay. We got to keep going. We got to keep it going. Run out of time here. Oh, so he admits the things that are going on between them are not just her fault, they're mine also. Thank you. Thank you. Finally, some accountability. He's saying, I'm hoping that Ariana and I can get back to where we were. It's the best relationship I've ever been in. Awful, awful. So then we see the scene with Schwartz and Terry, and she's crying, and Tom, he gaslights people. Even I see him in this moment trying to, put on that cute act I love you and I'm sorry I did this. And Terry reminded him you had a mutual agreement. And he's like, 6 months went by and I wasn't thinking about the tentative verbal agreement. Excuse me, tentative? Why is he saying tentative? Maybe it's a little insensitive. And this is a good point of view coming from you. Schwartz might be in a state of psychosis as well. I don't know. Look, her voice is breaking, but I just want you to understand that it was kind of a real slap in the face That is so hurtful to any woman. I was sitting with Katie and she just started crying and said, it's just so important to me to have this friendship with Tom. He's like, I love Katie. She's right. I can feel her presence, blah, blah, blah. She's like, basically, Terry's like, what you did really hurt her. Was it worth it? He says, no, it's not worth it. She's crying. They're saying, I love you. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, here's a really effed up scene. So there's Ariana and Raquel. And they go to the bar, the Garden Bar. Ariana already has bad memories from Kristen Dowdy at this bar. Then they ask for shots, whatever. I'm glad you were invited. She's like, but I'm understanding of Katie's feelings because when I put myself in her shoes, I'm like, I would feel some type of way. So she's basically telling Raquel, if you started dating, I mean, she's not doing that, but it's very clear, Raquel, as her friend, as Ariana's friend, she's telling you, I would feel a certain way about seeing my ex kissing you. And so Raquel should be very clear and aware of that at this point, right? And she's like, definitely. But one thing that I always just like want to reiterate is that Raquel is still that sweet person. Oh, this is so hard. Like, I effing love her. Like, Schwartz is a person that you had disagreement with. Schwartz. But when I said that, she said, well, when we were at the wine shop that night, remember? I literally point blank asked Schwartz if he wanted to make out, and he like completely turned it down. He's respecting your boundaries. And Katie says, well, I know, but you're not. And Ariana reminded her, like, we all cried together. Yeah. She goes, and we hugged and whatever. But when you said over there, you feel like those things changed when you were in Vegas. And that's when, Katie was like holding Raquel accountable, which I guess Raquel's not used to being held accountable. And Raquel said, it kind of changed me because I realized I shouldn't really put so much emphasis on what other people think of me and like trying to earn somebody's friendship. I think that Tom Sandoval fed those words to her. I don't need to be friends with Katie. He fed that to her. I don't need to be friends with Lala. I can hear him saying this right now. That trip just showed me. He probably said that all at the Mondrian that night. And then she changes the subject. She goes, I did want to ask you though, like, how are you in Sandoval? Are you guys okay? Like, I shouldn't, Ariana's like, yeah, we had a big argument last night. He feels like he's not being heard, which is why he's always the loudest person in the room. Then Raquel probes even more. Do you think, because I remember when I opened up to you about James and I not having sex, and you told me that, yeah, sometimes Sandoval and I go through dry spells. We do. You come home after working all night and you're like, what? You think you're just going to like whip out your dick and I'm going to be like, ooh, let's F? Like, that's never going to happen. Like, we have to spend time together. She goes, I feel like in a relationship, you should want to like have sex. And Ariana's like, yeah, okay, but you have to be like emotionally intimate. She's like, so you can be physically intimate. We're emotionally she's totally, this is my theory. She's trying to probe to see, are you guys having sex? Because I'm having sex with him and he told me that he's only having sex with me and I want to make sure he's not cheating on me. That's the vibe that I'm getting in this moment. And she's like, otherwise you wouldn't get a house. Nothing they're saying makes sense. She goes, do you feel like if you want to connect, you have to like work on your connection? Do you feel like you're sexually attracted to him? And she says, oh my God, I think he's so effing hot. And then she says like how she feels like she's not hot or whatever. And like, she's like, stop, Ariana, that makes me, I feel like a lot of us in your head, and that makes me feel really sad because I do that to myself too. It's effed up. Oh my God, she goes, like, I think we're a lot prettier than like we think we are. Oh my God, I can't with this. And we're our own worst critics. Okay, how this conversation is just so weird. I don't know. She's like, now that I'm single, I think sex is a very, very important part of a healthy relationship. And then she goes on to make commentary on Ariana and Tom's sex life in a confessional and saying like, oh, I think her body issues probably do have a role in the issues that they're having or whatever. Like, girl, you're dead wrong. You're dead wrong. Oh my God, it's just, this is awful, awful. And she goes, so clearly you want to stay in this relationship. And Ariana says, yes, I do. Oh my God. She goes, my point is that not everyone is that way. I knew that I should have. I knew that I should have broken up with James 2 years before. Yeah, because I wasn't attracted to him anymore. I think we'll talk it out. Ariana's like, I think we'll talk it out. We'll be fine. Like, she probably sensed like, girl, you are approaching territory that is inappropriate. So then they do their shot. Okay, so Raquel and Peter. Go off, Peter. Oh, so this scene with Lala. Okay, I'm just going to skip over this real quick. So Lala goes and talks to Lisa about, you know, like her future. She said she wants to have another kid and she wants to move forward with getting a sperm donor because she doesn't want to have a situation where, you know, she can't see her kid every day. And I totally understand that. I also have this prediction that the future will be all women having children and men may devolve into not being used for anything. I don't know what they're going to do. But I have a whole sci-fi rom-com movie idea for it. But let's move on. So yeah, we'll see. Maybe Lala will come back next season being pregnant. Can you imagine? Oh my God. Lala, who wants to be a stepdad? Okay, shout out to this guy because whoever he is, Raquel comes up to Katie, who's talking to her friend, and he goes, we're talking about eating ass over here. Yes. Daniel, nice to meet you. I like Daniel. He sounds fun. So she sits down. She's like, I want to congratulate you on your sandwich shop. After the vibe with Tom Tom, I figured it would just be best if I didn't show up, but I tried your sandwiches. They taste bomb. Katie's like, thank you. She goes, yeah, I know you heard about Schwartz and I making out at the Bayou yesterday, which you proceeded to rage text Schwartz about. Excuse me, balls. Why is she talking to her like this? I don't know who's sitting next to Katie, but I love the face that she has. She's looking at her like, what are you saying? Katie's like, I didn't rage text him. She goes, so were you asking him like if we did it or not? Or like, what was the point? No, because basically he gaslights me, says Katie, saying that I've been overreacting to the whole like Cancun thing. And then they show them kissing or whatever. Raquel has balls, man. She goes, you filed for divorce. If Schwartz and I made out there or not, it's like none of your business, is it? And Katie's like, bing, senses up. Why are you talking to me about this? What the F are you doing right now? That's when Raquel's like, Katie's never been one of my friends, and Schwartz has told me how much these rage texts from Katie bother him. I don't think that's true. I bet you Sandoval is going on a rant about Katie because he's obsessed with Katie for some reason. And he's probably like, she does this to Schwartz all the time. And I think he manipulated Raquel into like thinking that this really was her storyline, this whole thing between her and Schwartz, which really was a way for him to take the attention off of himself. This is just so grimy. It's gross. And that's why I'm like, I don't know if I feel bad for her or not. I don't know. She's like, but he doesn't have the balls to say anything about it. Why do you feel like you have the balls to say anything about it? And she goes, in this situation, I would appreciate if someone would stand up for me on my behalf. I bet you Sandoval said that, like, you should stand up to Katie and you'll come out as the new supreme, the number one girl in the group or some crap like that. She goes, all I know is that we were together for 12 years. You cannot even comprehend. She goes, she tries to interrupt her. I think that you, no. Katie tries to shut her down. Should not be texting him these things. Who the F are you? Oh my God. Katie's like, I couldn't believe Katie even was engaging like Lala. So she's like, why? It's not your place to tell him. Speaking of it's not your place, girl, it is not your place to even be having this conversation. This is the wildest thing I've ever seen. She's like, why is it not my place? Why? who he should and should not be hanging out with. What does it matter to you? Oh my God. Everyone's just like, Katie, or Lala, Terry, and Christina Kelly are just like, You've been living your life. You have a boyfriend. I don't have a boyfriend. She goes, oh, I have had conversations about this and about respect. I also don't appreciate the fact that you're trying to threaten, like, taking the dogs from him. Girl, you have no skin in this game. Why are you even talking about this? So crazy. Katie's like, you don't have to appreciate anything. I don't know what possessed Raquel to come and tell me how to run my life. She's like, I would sooner get advice from someone off the street. And Katie's just going off. Like, how thick is your skull? Oh my God. And Raquel keeps going. That's so messed up to say, though, because, like, obviously you're separated. You're not getting back together. She's like, Raquel, you don't even want to be with him. She's like, do you want to be with him? She goes, you've been friends for 5 minutes. She goes, I'm getting to know him. He's very kind and sweet. Like, how does this girl rationalize this behavior? It's so crazy. She goes, you have zero respect. No empathy, no respect. And she goes, I don't know about that. Katie goes, how the F were you raised? I live with that man and she goes, maybe I feel more empathetic for Schwartz than you. How is that a flex, Raquel? You sound like an idiot. And she's like, yeah, well, that's effing clear, Raquel. She goes, well, that's just my opinion. See, this girl doesn't know how to communicate. This is, like, weird to me. Maybe she's in a state of psychosis, too. She's telling her, stick it up your ass. Are you hearing this? Lala's like, don't even bother with her. And then Raquel has the nerve, the gall, to bring up her effing bomb-ass glamping trip. No one cares about your glamping-ass trip. With my best, closest friends, none of them like you. And it was a vibe. No one cares. Oh, my God. And I had the best time. Good for you. Good for you. Thumbs up. Oh, my God. I'm losing my effing mind. Lala's like, I've heard this before. Just be done with it. Oh, my gosh. Where do you think this is going to go? So this is where Terry goes, can I ask something? And Raquel goes, what, Terry? Somebody give me something. I'm sweating right now. Terry is very clear and respectful and very polite. She said, when we had dinner, did my conversation to you mean anything? And Raquel's like, oh my God. And that's when Katie's like, don't say, oh my God, that's my mom. Treat her with some effing respect. Where the F were you raised? Where were you raised? I mean, come on, where were you effing raised? You're a little effing beep cunt is what you are. And Ariana's just like, what is going on? Katie's right. She's like, she's so effing nice to you. Katie and Terry's like, please don't do that. Please. She's like, no, I'm done with you. I'm done with you. Oh my God. And they pan to Lisa and Tom Schwartz, and he's like, she sounds really mad, huh? Like, ugh, Schwartz, you idiot. Someone said, get in there. And he said, no. Oh my gosh. From my experience with my friends that effing support me, what effing friendship? Terry's trying to cut in. She says, I was trying to be really respectful to you. You hurt me so much. I was being honest. You were being honest. And like, I want to make out with Tommy. And I'm sitting there going, wow. And Sandoval jumps in and goes, they were not together. Tom Sandoval, why are you talking? Oh my God. Then they're still going after, like, are you guys still together? And then Tom goes, you were effing someone while you were living together. And Ariana's like, let Terry finish. Terry goes, Katie still loves Tommy. Tommy still loves Katie. They're selling their home that they wanted to raise a family in. That's so hurtful. Come on, dude. It's so hurtful. And then Sandoval's like, I think it's really tacky to have your mom fighting her battles for you. Shut up, Sandoval. nobody's gonna like clap back at Mrs. Maloney. Yeah, because Mrs. Maloney is being respectful. She's being kind. She hasn't done anything wrong except express her feelings of being hurt. You psycho. It's kind of effed up. You're effed up. Oh my God, I cannot. She goes, you were the one that told Sheena that you would ship this whole thing. The fact that she says ship makes me realize how young and stupid she is, because like I say ship jokingly because my 13-year-old says it. Terry goes, shut up, Raquel. That is so wrong. Oh my gosh. And Sandoval, but that actually happened. And Katie's like, go away. Ugh, then they get into it. I read somewhere that Terry posted a comment on someone's post saying that Sandoval got in her face that night and was like yelling at her or something, and somebody had to stick up for Terry, and she was like saying thank you to that person. Like, Tom Sandoval, who raised you? Mickey Rourke hands? I need to talk to her. He's like, when you were living with Schwartz, you were banging some other dude. Schwartz is hiding like a little wussy pussy. She goes, Raquel goes, sorry that you're effing jealous. Oh my God, this girl sounds so stupid. She tells her, go away. Then there's this moment of like Katie walking away, and she's just like, Ariana's crying because she's like, you know, there's Katie, there's Raquel, there's Tom, they're all fighting. And she's just like, I want to go home. I love Raquel, but all the yelling, la la la. And then Tom's just hiding like a wussy pussy. Look at him whistling. What the fuck? This idiot. This idiot. Oh my God. Oh my God. He's as guilty as Raquel is. But listen. So, thank God for Lisa comforting Ariana. She's like, to be stuck in the middle constantly of my friends or my friend and my boyfriend and all these things where I feel like I try to help, I try to give the best advice I can, I try to be there for everybody. I just literally feel like I'm being shredded apart from the inside. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Yep. Then he starts going to accountability. Ugh, Tom Sandoval. I'm glad that Katie walked away because he's such a, ugh. And then Christina Kelly comes out and she's like, Sandoval, why don't you focus on your girlfriend who's clearly upset right now instead of focusing on Katie? Yeah, Tom Sandoval, why don't you? That's your relationship right there. He was already checked out. They're like, why are you yelling? So Katie's seeing red. She walks away. Then you actually do see Raquel go straight to Schwartz. And Schwartz is like, I didn't do anything. Idiot. Lala goes and tells Katie that Raquel is snickering with, she's snickering with Tom because she's a stupid bitch. Oh, so Katie's like, I want to talk to you to Schwartz. And Lala's just like yelling, of course, but I love this. Tom, dark days for you, buddy. Katie, what's going on? Acting like you don't know. Come on. Oh, gosh. So then they start talking out here. She's like, my confidence, my self-worth has just been worn down to little threads. In the same way, you did the same thing to me. No, I didn't. You can't be any way to me. The point is, Katie, you're missing the point. Hey, Raquel. Sorry to interrupt. The balls this girl has to go, like, stop already. You need to stop. When everyone tells you you're dead, lay down. Heather DeBro, just saying. And Tom's like, no, it's okay. Oh, don't push her. Tom, this is the moment when you need to stop being wussy pussy and be like, Raquel, can you please give us a moment? That's it. You're more of a man if you do that, you stupid putz. I hate him. She's like, we're in the middle of a conversation. She's still trying. Can I just say one thing? Still trying to butt in. Oh my God. I just have one thing to say. Then I'll go away. Oh my God. What do you want? So finally she talks. I am an empathetic person. Bitch, no, you're not. Like Katie said, you're absolutely not. Katie, let her talk. You've displayed zero empathy. You are hurt by the fact that Schwartz made out with someone. No. It was just the fact that it was me hurts even more. You know Sandoval told her to all this stuff. He fed this to her. It was not malicious. It was not my intention. Oh, really? Because production got you. You guys had malintent. Malintent. And Katie's like, yes, it was. No, it was not. I'm trying to tell you that it's not. It was not, Katie. You guys don't like each other. So you knew. No, we're buddies. Yeah. We had to effing experiment because it was a flirty thing. Katie's face is so funny. But like, it's not anything. She's like, this is hilarious. Okay, go away now. Like, I gave you a shot. You blew it. Take your 6 personalities and get the F out of here. So I apologize for hurting you. Okay, lady. Wow. He's like, she's apologizing. He's such an idiot, Schwartz. Okay, I'll leave. You continue. Oh my God. So then you just keep fighting. Schwartz will never get it. Never get it. He will never, ever get it. But then, after this, all these blow-ups were already over 2 hours. Oh my gosh. I gotta stop very soon. Then, we have a knocked up moment with, what's his name? Oh my God, I can't think of his name right now. Paul, what's his name? I can't think of his name. The guy from Knocked Up, but there's a moment where Seth Rogen yells at Paul. What's his name? Why can't I think of his last name? Anyways, he's yelling at him, and while he's holding a birthday cake for his kid, and Seth Rogen like storms out, and Paul Rudd, that's his name. Paul Rudd's just standing there with a cake, and he's like, "Happy birthday to you." This totally felt like that exact moment. Lisa's like, oh God, her birthday cake comes out. Schwartz is sitting out there like an idiot. She gives her little spiel. It was a little touching. I mean, Lisa knows how to talk, so she's saying bottom line, like she cares about everyone. You know, there's a lot of fighting, and I don't know. I love when she's like, where's Schwartz? He needs to be here. And Katie's like, I'm here. And she stood up. I love that. That's boss bitch attitude right there. I love you all. I really do. This is the point where everyone's looking like kind of sad, and the only person smiling is Raquel. I think this is a pageant thing. I know there's like some conspiracies going on, but I have a feeling this is like just a trained reaction because there's like no soul inside. But yeah, everyone looks like serious, and then you got Raquel like smirking. Oh boy. Can't believe this has been 10 years. She goes, and that's why we all feel so deeply. And that's what I put in the this picture in the thumbnail. And we all do love each other here, really. That's why it's all so intense. But don't let life get the better of you. I love each and every effing one of you. Wow. Guys, that was supposed to be the finale. Next week is the actual finale. And last night, we had Katie Maloney on Watch What Happens Live. Next week, we have Ariana in her first interview ever on Watch What Happens Live, as she should be, not like Howie Mandel and that garbage, whatever that was. So I'm going to have to skip Watch What Happens Live with Katie Maloney because we're running out of time. But Katie looks so, so good. I can't wait to see how Ariana looks next week. I kind of want to go. Should I go to Watch What Happens Live next week? My husband's traveling, so I don't know if I can. But, oh my gosh, guys. Oh my gosh. And then we just got the reunion trailer that came out while we were on air. This is a lot. This is a lot. Oh my gosh. Let me read some comments before I go. Cheer girl, California sober. Someone said he's doing coke or something, talking about Sandoval. Brianna Clark, our freaking MVP, Brianna Clark. Bravo just released the reunion trailer as I was live. You go, girl. Cheer Girl says, wow, that is insane. It is as wild as I anticipated. Susie says, Adderall is my guess, causes massive mood swings. Donna says, Tom Sandoval is a 40-year-old child. Reminds me of my 13-year-old granddaughter. He thinks it's his world. Yes. Susie, the reunion trailer is wild. Oh, Lisa's selling Villa Rosa. What are the dinners going to look like now? That's a good point. I didn't even think of that near nothing. That's a good point. Susie says, it's literally the lyrics to the song pre-Scandoval. He's saying Ariana is not for me because I'm in love with Schwartzy's mom. He said that in the concerts? Ew! Hashtag Team Ariana all day, every day. That's right. Near Nothing says, I love how Ratchet L only thinks she is the center of Katie and Schwartz's divorce. Dude, I just cannot believe how I need to talk to experts about this because there's something extremely wrong with her behavior. Like, who does that? Is it psychosis? I don't know. Holy shit. I didn't even read the episode description, but I just want to thank you all for joining me today. I know it's been a long one, but make sure you follow, subscribe, turn on notifications so you can be updated when we go live for Bravo and Blaze. Again, subscribing, reviewing, sharing, liking, and or leaving a 5-star rating is incredibly appreciated and helps this show continue to grow. I will see you all next time, fam. This is wild shit.